Kris Statlander versus Thekla for the AEW Women's World Championship. They had a match on AEW Dynamite from last week, and this was a strap match. And I must say, the first half of the match was just horrible. They seemed like Thekla and Kris Statlander, they just like they were just two local drunks, at the bar just fighting, and it just did not look good to me. Later on the match, like the last, I don't know, few minutes or whatever of the match, it got better, but it was just weird to me. Like, I guess Kris Statlander, like sometimes she would hit Thekla or like swing the strap at her, and then she would just like be delayed. Like she would just stop and then just wait for Thekla to get up or to do something, and then she would hit her again and just wait again. It was so weird to me. And I like Kris Statlander. She is my favorite female wrestler in AEW. But this match was not good. And also, Kris Statlander's title reign has not been good. And the thing is, with Kris Statlander, for the longest, last year, last 2 years, I was like, okay, what is AEW doing with Kris Statlander? They should put the rocket on her. She is really good in the ring. She can go. Promo's not that good. She needs to really work on it. And since she's been champion, or since she was champion, because she lost the title, Thekla ended up beating her last week on AEW Dynamite, which I don't understand that. That was just questionable. That was just weird to me. Yeah, I don't know why they put the title on Thekla. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. Well, anyway, Kris Statlander, I feel like she's one of those wrestlers you could just see so much potential, her getting to the next level, her just becoming a major star. The booking does not help, and then also her promos. Someone needs to work with her, and I don't know if she's going to receive that help or support, while she's with AEW. Maybe if she went to WWE, she'll get that help, because the difference with AEW and WWE, and I know like sometimes WWE can be super predictable at times and just whatever people can say is tedious. But the thing is, I will say that they are consistent and they do know how to, get stars over or to get them to the next level. And you can, to me at least, you can definitely see the difference. In AEW, you can see the potential of someone, from like, I don't know, like, okay, from 2 years ago, from like, let's say if they started in AEW 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and then today they're still in the same place. And I think of someone like Hook. Hook, I thought he had so much potential a couple of years ago. And then you look at Dominic Mysterio, and people were like, oh, he's just, a generic babyface. And look at Dominic Mysterio now. He's just over big time, and he understands his character. So I just feel like with Kris Statlander, when I think of Kris Statlander, I think of, I feel like she could almost be on Rhea Ripley's level. And I know like Rhea Ripley's just one of the best wrestlers, regardless of, gender, man or woman or whatever. Rhea Ripley's just one of the best just in the ring. She wrestles like a guy. She's good on the mic. I feel like Kris Statlander could be like that because Kris Statlander is good in the ring, but just promo wise, she's not there, and I guess just lack of direction, and also with her gimmick, she's an alien or whatever. Just this gimmick is just not working. It's not. It's kind of like it's phony. It's a phony gimmick. She needs to. I don't know. They need to just put her in a different direction. Have her work on her promos. Have her be more confident. Because some of the promos, it's like, what is she doing? Like poetry or something? I love poetry, but not when I'm watching wrestling. I want my wrestler or wrestlers, to be confident. For me to believe everything that you're saying, when you're doing these promos or when you're on the mic, let me believe it. That's the whole point. Make it seem real. Even if you're a nutcase kind of, wrestler, make me believe that you are a lunatic. So we shall see what's going to happen. Is she going to have this championship for, I don't know, a couple of weeks, a couple of months? We shall see. Take care and have a good one.